That's not easy music. That's orchestral jazz. It's been an amazing chance for us to study that. Duke Ellington was something very special. If you haven't checked him out, please do. He spans half of a century of changing music. And I'm proud to stand in front of this orchestra and have them play it as such. Please put your hands together for Elijah Brooks in the role of Duke Ellington. In 1969, composer and saxophonist Oliver Nelson released an album called A Dream Deferred that featured a song called I Hope in Time a Change Will Come. Dr. King was assassinated the year previous in 1968, and the country was still left wondering what the future looked like. With many changes being made over the past decade, there was still so much more to go. Nearly 2 decades before, Langston Hughes, New York-based poet, released a collection in 1951 called Montage of a Dream Deferred, where the poem Harlem appeared. These questions still remained, and was likely in the head of Oliver Nelson as he wrote, I hope in time a change will come. I'd like to invite Dr. J to come read Langston Hughes' poem, Harlem.
Thank you. Normally we wait until the end of the program to introduce family, but there are 2 special people here that I need you to meet before they get up and leave. They are a part of history, and you are going to be a part of history. And by the way, I said no fair standing on the 3rd floor. I cannot lean back that far. But 2nd floor people, I give you a shout out because you've been standing a long time. Thank you. But this little board here that most of you cannot see, Benji, can you help me with that? Thank you. It's going to be, it's kind of like history. And I just want to point out a couple of things on this board because there are 2 people here who are a part of this history that I want you to meet, and I want you to understand why I want you to meet them. This is what I call my MLK in Portage board. I live in Portage. I've done a lot of work in Portage to move my little city along in some issues that it was having trouble with. And so all of this, most of this represents stuff that I've been able to do in Portage since coming back to Michigan 10 years ago. However, this picture is I'm holding hands with a young lady here. This was 1988, I think, when we first came back to Michigan. I was teaching at Oakland University, still leading King marches. I've been marching for 60 years and I'm tired. Please get over racism so I can sit down. You know, right here, this is me with MLK, this is Rosa Parks, and way down here is my granddaughter, who is now 11. And she's with 2 little white friends, and she's saying, we shall overcome. I want you to know, I marched so she wouldn't have to do that. So you all are gonna have to clean this up, so this child will not have to spend her life marching for things that she's already entitled to. Amen? Amen. All right, so thank you. This little thing here and this little thing here represent a history that you may not hear anywhere else. And so I'm gonna ask Benji for the permission to let these 2 ladies come up. The person whose hand I'm holding in that picture is this young lady here, my daughter, KYJO Marshall. And this is my other daughter, Karina Mirsky, is everybody knows but these 2 little pieces right here, want to stand back and hold them, the yellow one and the green one. KYJO, would you read the yellow one, please?
So this is a Facebook post that I made. This is a Facebook post from a couple of years ago that I made. In the true spirit of the living the dream, thanks to the timeless efforts of my mom, Dr. Monifa Adinike-Jumani, the city of Portage honors Dr. King today for the first time ever in the city's history. In February, the city is hosting a Black History Month celebration starring the Central State University Choir right here at home. This will be our first ever Black History event sponsored by the city. Special thanks to the city manager, Larry Schaefer, for his wonderful support and recognition of this significant gesture by his city on behalf of all Americans. My hashtags: Black Girl Magic, Legendary, Another First, and My Mom Rocks.
This appears to be a Facebook post of mine. I can't think of a better way to celebrate MLK Day than to make this announcement. Thanks to the family of my heart, Munifa, KYJO, and KYJO, Jemani Marshall, Portage, Michigan is honoring Dr. King for the first time in the city's history. They will be hosting city-sponsored Black History Month events too. Thank you, Munifa Ma, for your leading this important initiative.
Thank you.
Thank you.
On the 6 o'clock news, you heard it here first. I'm so grateful. Thank you, ladies. And hopefully my granddaughter will not have to do this anymore. Harlem, Langston Hughes. What happens to a dream deferred? Does it dry up like a raisin in the sun? Or fester like a sore and then run? Does it stink like rotten meat? Or crust and sugar over like a syrupy sweet? Maybe it just sags like a heavy load. Or does it explode